How's you?
Not bad, not bad.
Good. Great. So thank you very much for doing this for me. I know you're busy.
It's okay.
Just trying to get my Hoover out of the shot there. Okay, so a couple of questions really just about fitness. So first of all, just tell me a bit about yourself.
Okay. I am 37 years old. I think about that. 37 years old, mommy of two, age 4 and 6, and I work full time in a bank, which is it's a bit of a rough job actually. It's long hours, so
Yeah.
busy mommy.
Yes, you're a wee busy mummy. So you joined my Zoom classes now, coming up to the end of your first month in Zoom class, and you're doing the early 7 o'clock. Hold on, something's on the screen, sorry. Right, yeah, you joined the early one, the 7 o'clock, which is getting you up and at it. So why did you decide to do that early class?
I suppose before lockdown, before COVID, I would have been starting work at 7 o'clock every morning. So I'd have been up, out, and in work, starting in Belfast at 7 o'clock every morning.
Yeah.
Lockdown forced me into home working, and I found that I was leaving the alarm later and later and later, to the point where I was getting up at maybe 7:40 to start work at 8 a.m. So routine was gone. It meant if I wanted to do any kind of exercise, I had to do it after work, which is the time with the kids. So the balance just wasn't there.
Yeah. So just wanted to make sure that you got that family time rather than you starting eating into their time as well. Okay, so that's it.
So I get me time and the kids get their time.
Good. So what, training wise, what did you do before you started doing the Zoom classes? What had you been doing or thinking about?
A wee mixture, very little because of lockdown and everything else, but you know, would have went through wee phases of doing diet or a bit of exercise, never both together, and never with any kind of consistency, you know. So diet would have been January to June for holidays, and then the rest of the year just pig out. And then exercise would have been trying to do a wee YouTube HIIT session whenever I got the time, but never prioritizing that.
Yeah. Okay. So just being consistent then was a wee bit of a struggle for you. And when you were saying about diet, like what did you try before diet-wise?
Probably everything.
Like myself, I tried it all.
Yeah, everything, and it works for a certain amount of time, and then it's just takes too much to kind of stick to it. So, you know, Atkins, you know, reducing carbs for the enemy, very calorie diets, shake diets, lots of different ones.
Everything.
They work for
Yeah, they do. They work for a wee bit, don't they? But it's not really, you want to build something in that suits your lifestyle, that you can easily maintain, that you still have a wee bit of something that you like if you want it. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's definitely the easiest way to get around it. So before you started training, what were you scared of? What were you skeptical of? Thinking, God, I don't know.
Firstly, having the time, just as I said, like, it's no joke. I am quite busy. I work a lot. I work 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or 8 to 5, and then I work in the evening sometimes too after the boys go to bed. So thinking about the time and energy, you know, it had been so long since I had trained properly. I found that if I was walking the dog, even going for a walk was putting me out of breath. So was I even going to have the energy? And just balancing it all out, you know, with everything else that was going on.
Yeah. So time is a big factor for you. And then fast forward when you jumped into the Zoom classes, because you didn't train with me before, so basically the Zoom class was just you saying, right, I've got to do something here, I'm going to give this a go and give it a try. So you jumped into the Zoom class, and the next question is, when did you realise you made the right decision? So you're like, really?
Definitely not after the first Zoom class. I think about a week later. I think after the first week I settled into it. I realised I was getting a good balance. It wasn't as difficult as I thought to get up early in the mornings. You know, the alarm wasn't scaring me. Another reason, about a week, I wasn't hungry. It was the first time that I'd probably been doing like a diet and exercise thing where I wasn't hungry at all, wasn't craving anything, and I wasn't sore anymore from the first couple of sessions, just of getting back into that exercise regime. So it was very quickly, just to realize that it was
Yeah.
going to fit nicely and I could still prioritize everything
Yeah.
else that I wanted to.
And the wee Zoom classes, they're 30 minutes, so the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you've already signed up for month 2, which is brilliant. So that's how I know I've got you for another month again, so it's all good. So whenever you just decided, before you decided to do this, what was the one thing that you said, right, I've got to take action here, I've just got to do something?
Okay, it's probably two things, if I'm honest.
Right.
First thing is for the kids. I wanted to be strong for them. I'm raising two boys, and I want them to understand that it is important to kind of get out there, get exercise, and be fit and healthy, but also to be strong for them because they are strong boys. And I
Yes,
want
I
to
was
be
going
able
to
to show
say,
them
two,
that I can
two
be a strong
energetic
boy, a good
boys that
boy.
never stop.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't stop. So I need to be able to keep up the pace with them. And then secondly, I suppose for myself, confidence, just being able to go to my wardrobe and pick, I have like a bigger range and a smaller range depending on what time of year it is. So it'd be nice just, to go to wardrobe, have a wee bit of confidence in what I'm wearing. And then of course that will help me in work and in my everyday life as well, because confidence is something that just helps with everything, I think.
Yeah. And you had said to me even the energy levels that you've felt as well coming from it, the difference, like you were saying there about the boys being able to keep up with them, and you found since you've got this new habit of getting up early, doing the Zoom classes, eating a wee bit better, that has helped massively with the energy levels as well, which is
Definitely. Energy levels are higher than they've ever been, to the point where at the end of the first week, the classes were tough but doable. By the end of the second week, I was doing the classes and then going out for my walk straight after. So getting a big walk in straight after class, and that's the routine that I'm in now. So the energy's there for that, and it's brilliant because it means all of that's kind of done, and I could, if I want to, I can spend the rest of the day just working and doing whatever.
Yeah. So you must feel like you've achieved something now that you're getting that bit out of the way, so the rest of the day you can't just say, well, I feel good, I've done that, so let's move on. And you're doing about 10,000 steps a day, aren't you? That's your target, you're trying to get those in.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. Good. Got to catch out there to see if you're being fit.
Definitely doing it.
So we talked a wee bit about just the results. I suppose the results you've seen is just the energy levels and things like that. Was there anything else specific that results that you've been pleased to have got?
Loads of wee things. So I've lost weight, which is obviously a big factor too. Obviously I want to get strong, but I want to lose weight, fit into nice clothes, which is great. The routine, just building and developing that routine. And I feel that all of it actually makes me more productive in work as well, which is phenomenal for me because it means I'm working less in the evenings too. So my work-life balance is definitely coming together.
Yeah.
But overall, I would just say I'm happier for doing it because I suppose in my own mind, I am taking action. I am doing something about it. It's some me time, some time for me to get out and sort my head, time with the kids, I have more energy to play with them. So it's just win-win-win, I think.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. And then if there's somebody, watching this video and they're in the same position you're in and they're not too sure if they want to do it or time or money or whatever it may be, what would you say to them and encourage them to make the decision?
I would just say do it, because it's very easy. It's very easy for all of us to find the excuses because we do have lots. We are busy, workloads are heavy. We're trying to homeschool at the same time as watching the kids and do our work. But can you really make an excuse for yourself? No, there comes a time when you need to put yourself first, when you need to just plow on through, be it that you want to be stronger, you want to lose weight, you want a routine, you want some friends. The Zoom classes are brilliant from an exercise point of view, but also it's a bit of crack. It's a really good way to start your day. I find I'm now not skipping out of bed, I'm getting out of bed, having a bit of crack. So I'm in a good mood before I start work, whereas before I maybe get on some of the calls and just not being quite there. So I think there's loads of reasons to do it. Just don't say a reason why not to. Like, what's to hinder somebody just trying?
I know, just try it. Yeah, exactly. And like you say, once you get over the first week of pain, the rest of it is all a plus.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So that's everything. Thank you very much again for doing it. I know you're busy and you probably have to get back to the boys. But no, I really appreciate your time, and I'm glad you're enjoying the Zoom classes. They are great. I enjoy them too. I love them.
They are, I really love them. Yep.
Alrighty, so I'll let you go.
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.